Marvel really knows how to surprise us. Just when we expect one thing, they drop something totally different. Instead of teaming Spider-Man and Hulk, they might actually throw them into a fight. Imagine that chaos. It's something I can't stop thinking about. And you know what makes this so exciting? It reminds me of Thor, Ragnarok. That movie wasn't just Thor's, it gave Hulk almost equal weight. That balance kept Hulk fans happy. Spider-Man 4 could do the exact same thing, but with even higher stakes. I keep thinking back to how far Peter Parker has come. He fought aliens, wizards, and even stood toe-to-toe with Thanos. He's been through multiversal madness, portals from Doctor Strange, and still found the courage to sacrifice everything he loved. That's heavy. That sacrifice, erasing himself from his closest friends' lives, is what made him Spider-Man in the truest sense. He stopped being Iron Man's sidekick and stepped into his own shoes. Now he's completely alone, carrying grief, guilt, and responsibility on his shoulders. For me, that loneliness is what sets Spider-Man 4 apart. It's not about flashy multiverse crossovers anymore. It's about Peter getting grounded again. And that's where the brilliance lies, because the villain, Mr. Negative, matches that theme perfectly. When I look at Spider-Man stories, Mr. Negative feels underrated, but perfect for this stage. He embodies duality, good and evil trapped in one man. That mirrors Peter's own inner battle with guilt and responsibility. It's too good to pass up. After No Way Home, Peter lives like a ghost. He hides his identity from MJ and Ned to protect them, convinced anyone close to him will suffer. Aunt May's death carved that belief deep inside him, so now he stays detached. By day, he works at a quiet laundry shop, blending into the crowd. By night, he roams New York, breaking up muggings, stopping car thieves, small crimes nobody claps for. It's his way of atoning, punishing himself while still keeping the city safe. But one night changes everything. While chasing a new villain, Boomerang, he meets a mysterious girl. At first, she looks ordinary, but suddenly, fire bursts from her hands. She's Firestar, Angelina Jones, a mutant whose powers are fresh and unstable. I love how Peter reacts here. Instead of treating her like a threat, he guides her. He tells her that powers always come with responsibility. It's like a small echo of what Tony once told him, except now Peter's the mentor. That moment does two things. First, it establishes Firestar as someone to watch for the future. Second, it normalizes mutants for the audience. We saw hints with Ms. Marvel. Mutants are emerging. This time, Firestar becomes the bridge to that world. Meanwhile, the city falls into chaos. Gang wars are heating up. Leaders are being wiped out one by one. It looks like someone new is pulling strings, someone more ruthless than even Kingpin. Naturally, Spider-Man can't resist digging deeper. And this is where the story flips. The mastermind rising isn't a typical mob boss. It's Joe Fixit. Hardcore fans know him as the Grey Hulk. But here, instead of Las Vegas, he's making his mark in New York's underworld. Now, that twist alone feels like peak Marvel. Imagine Spider-Man tangled in street-level gang wars, only to discover Hulk's alternate persona running the show. It's unpredictable, but makes perfect sense for where both characters are in their arcs. Peter quickly learns the chaos follows a pattern. Monsters appear, gangs get slaughtered, and then Joe Fixit swoops in to restore order. It's not random, it's calculated power manipulation. But the truth is even darker. Mr. Negative is behind it all. Spider-Man tries to untangle this web, but things spiral. During one encounter, he faces Scorpion again. But Scorpion's upgraded venom now drags people into hallucinations of their deepest fears. For Peter, that means reliving every painful memory he buried. He sees Aunt May dying again. He feels MJ slipping from his grasp. He watches Ned fade from his life. All of it crashes onto him at once. For the first time, Spider-Man freezes in fear, completely vulnerable in battle. Scorpion almost kills him, but Tombstone unexpectedly intervenes. Tombstone saves him with a sly remark. "Now we're even." But this isn't an act of kindness, it's bait. Because behind the scenes, Grey Hulk is preparing revenge for his earlier setbacks. And that leads us straight into the moment fans will scream over: Spider-Man versus Grey Hulk. Think Hulk vs. Thor levels of destruction. Buildings shatter. The city crumbles. It's raw strength against pure agility. A battle no fan will forget. Spider-Man fights with everything he has, but Grey Hulk dominates. Police swarm in, and even damage control unleashes advanced drones. Peter finally webs Hulk in a trap. If Hulk moves, the building collapses. But before it ends, a mysterious voice calls Hulk away. That voice forces Hulk to retreat. Spider-Man collapses, exhausted and broken. But before damage control finds him, someone rescues him. And this reveal hits hard. It's Scar, Hulk's son. Yes, the same one teased in She-Hulk. When Peter wakes, Scar explains what's really happening. Hulk and he were investigating strange readings when they crossed paths with Mr. Negative. Despite Hulk's strength, Mr. Negative's touch could control him. That's how Joe Fixit came into being. That revelation hits Peter deeply. Even Hulk, the strongest Avenger, wasn't immune. If someone like Hulk can be twisted into a puppet, then how fragile is Peter's own grip on morality? It's a chilling reminder of how thin the line is. But instead of losing hope, Peter makes a plan. He, Firestar, Tombstone, and Scar form an unlikely team. Their mission is clear: take down Mr. Negative, free Hulk, and end the gang wars tearing New York apart. And this final battle, this is the kind of stuff that defines Spider-Man movies. Every character gets their spotlight. Scar clashing with Grey Hulk, Firestar finally mastering her powers against Boomerang, Tombstone going head-to-head with Scorpion, and Peter confronting Mr. Negative. For Peter, that confrontation isn't just physical, it's emotional. He uses Scorpion's venom against Mr. Negative, weakening him. Then Peter speaks to Martin Lee's good side, reminding him of the kindness he once embodied. It's about empathy, not just fists. Martin fights back against his dark half, unleashing his light force. The monsters turn back into humans. The corruption fades. And in that moment, Grey Hulk finally reverts into Bruce Banner. Scar embraces his father, and relief washes over them both. For Spider-Man, this victory isn't about beating a villain. It's about redemption. He saves Martin Lee instead of destroying him. He saves Bruce instead of condemning him. And in doing so, he also saves himself from drowning in guilt. Firestar proves her worth by delivering the finishing blow against Boomerang. It mirrors that iconic moment from Iron Man 2, where Happy kept struggling while Black Widow had already wrapped things up. Firestar cements herself as a future hero to watch. The movie then ties its themes beautifully. Peter realizes he can't avoid bonds out of fear. He sees that isolation only breeds failure. By helping others, he heals himself. That's why the title Brand New Day fits so perfectly. It's not just about Peter's fresh start. It's about Marvel setting up a new era. Mutants are now in the mix. Hulk's arc continues. Firestar and Scar step into the spotlight. And Spider-Man learns the value of balance all over again. The ending leaves us with a cliffhanger. Peter finally decides he'll reconnect with MJ and Ned. He knows love and friendship come with risks, but hiding forever isn't the answer. Just as he finds clarity, something darker looms above. Hints of an incursion appear in the sky. His spidey sense explodes. The calm after victory instantly turns into dread. And with that, he steps into doomsday. Not as Iron Man's shadow, not as a grieving orphan, but as Spider-Man reborn. That's why this imagined storyline excites me so much. It blends grounded storytelling with cosmic foreshadowing. It redeems Hulk's character after mixed reactions to She-Hulk. And it gives Spider-Man the personal, emotional journey he desperately needed. I know some of you will ask, where's Punisher? Honestly, I don't think Marvel will make him central here. Maybe a brief cameo, 5 minutes at best. A gritty encounter in an alley, or advice dropped before disappearing. That feels more realistic. To me, this setup feels like Marvel's smartest play. It balances street-level storytelling with wider universe building. It respects Spider-Man's grief, but doesn't trap him in sadness. It honors Hulk fans with real weight. And it seeds mutants for the future. I can already imagine the reactions if Marvel actually delivers this. The trailers showing Grey Hulk's first step into frame. The shock of Firestar igniting. The chills when Mr. Negative's powers overwhelm Hulk. It would break the internet overnight. And more than that, it would remind people why Spider-Man is timeless. He's not just a superhero. He's a mirror of our struggles. Guilt, loss, responsibility, redemption, these aren't just comic tropes. They're human realities. That's why his stories hit harder. So yeah, that's my take on how Spider-Man 4 could unfold. A mix of chaos, heart, and redemption. A story that gives us everything. Hulk's madness, Spider-Man's humanity, and the dawn of something brand new for the Marvel Universe. If Marvel takes this route, we're in for one of the most impactful Spider-Man movies ever. And if they don't, well, I still believe the ideas of Mr. Negative, Firestar, and Hulk deserve their moment. Either way, fans win. What about you? Do you think Marvel will take a bold step like this? Or surprise us with something even crazier? I'd love to hear your theories. Drop them in the comments, and let's geek out together. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this. I've got plenty more Marvel deep dives coming your way.